They searched more than 250,000 square miles of ocean and found nothing. No wreckage, no bodies, no answers. On July 2, 1937, Amelia Earhart flew into one of the most unforgiving places on Earth with no landmarks, no margin for error, and no backup plan.
Our position isn't lining up.
Beside her sat navigator Fred Noonan, calculating position using the sun and stars. Their destination was Howland Island, a tiny strip of land barely 2 miles long, surrounded by thousands of miles of open ocean. From the air, the island was nearly invisible. Missing it by a few miles meant there was nowhere else to land. As the flight continued, fuel levels dropped steadily, turning navigation from a challenge into a countdown against time. As clouds broke the sun's position, Noonan lost the one reference he needed. Without a reliable celestial fix, their exact location slipped from calculation into uncertainty. Earhart began sending radio messages, reporting difficulty seeing the island and uncertainty about their exact position. Below them, the Coast Guard cutter Itasca waited, broadcasting signals and smoke to guide the aircraft in. But communication failed. Earhart could not clearly hear the ship, and the ship could barely hear her transmissions.
They can barely hear us.
Her final confirmed message came through the static.
We are on the line 107-4733-CC.
We are on the line 157-337. That line meant a position estimate, not a location. They believed they were somewhere along it, so they flew north and south, hoping to cross Howland's path. On the Itasca, operators kept calling her back, changing frequencies, increasing power, listening for anything. Then the radio went silent, and the absence of sound became more alarming than any distress call. Within hours, the largest air and sea search of its time began, spreading ships and aircraft across the open Pacific.
No one sleep until she is found.
Hundreds of thousands of square miles were scanned for oil slicks, smoke, wreckage, or life rafts. But the ocean gave nothing back.
She vanished without a trace.
Days passed with no confirmed debris, no radio contact, and no trace of the aircraft anywhere in the search zone. The official explanation became fuel exhaustion, followed by a crash into the sea, where the aircraft would have sunk quickly. But without physical evidence, other possibilities were never erased. A missed island, an emergency landing, or signals that went unheard. That is why Amelia Earhart's final flight remains one of aviation history's deepest mysteries. Not because of what we know, but because of what was never found.